Can you explain the concept behind the fourth wall removed collection?
Fourth wall removed is kind of an introspective. It's looking a lot more towards myself, whereas usually I look a lot more towards people on the outside. Or it basically looks at the relationship between reality and facade, what people project on you and what you project to others, and what is truth and what is not, really.
How does that concept appear in the jewellery, would you say? Is there a piece that really speaks volumes?
Yeah, I suppose that the most literal reference, piece is it's a necklace that encapsulates a mirror which is cracked with a diamond set in, and the idea is that the beauty of the diamond is within the crack, the flaw of the object. So even imperfections can be beautiful, but a lot of people seek the perfection as being, reference to beauty, which of course it isn't.
Exactly, and perfection in whose eyes? The collection is now available at the high-end boutique Wolf and Badger. What does that mean for the Lisa E. Moss brand?
Visually, it means it goes out to a larger audience. It's a new stockist, so it's a new direction. It's a different audience. We've not retailed in Mayfair before, but I feel that it's a place where Lisa E. Moss brand should be at the moment. We're taking perhaps a bit of the street to Mayfair.
Can you tell me more about your charity work?
I was invited by Chris Knighton, the patron, the founder of the charity, to get involved and become a patron of the Mick Knighton Mesothelioma Research Fund. My father died 2 years ago of mesothelioma, which is asbestos-related cancer. Mesothelioma is seen to be on the rise. It can lay dormant for up to 60 years in a person's body until it's triggered by a bang or a fall. I've had 2 family members now die of it, my uncle and my father, but losing my father to the disease was the biggest shock of all. He was healthy, he was fun-loving, he loved life, and then all of a sudden he's diagnosed eventually with this disease, and 2 months later he's passed away.
2 months?
Yeah.
Quickly?
It can be a really fast trigger. Yeah, I wanted to get involved and to make people aware of this hideous disease and what it does to families, and also politically it's not really researched. There's very little funding given to it, and it's really important that we tackle this situation now before it takes over.
Do you think that the government has kind of pushed it to one side because it's something that has come from materials that they have sanctioned to be fit for use, so there's a lot of people that could have been exposed to it?
Totally, it's an industrial related disease, and my father contracted the disease through the industry he worked in. He was a heavy goods vehicle driver, and 2 companies were actually found and held responsible for his death. And I think government needs to take responsibility. I think they need to help charities. They need to help Chris Knighton with the Mick Knighton Mesothelioma Research Fund to get the tissue bank up and running and off the ground, so we can research how to help the victims and the families.
There's a whole different side to you, Lisa, that people are not really fully aware of. There's the more political side, there's the fun joker, there's the fighter, there's the skateboarder, there's a designer. There's a whole different kaleidoscope of sides.
Multi-talented.
Multi-talented. I love it.
The darker side, love, love. The darker side of love.